Hi guys, I'm architect Pooja Kothari from Alek Art and Architecture, and today I'm at Indira Nagar trying to cover a office project that we recently renovated. This project is in the residential area with a lot of landscaping and trees around it, but the structure inside was pretty shabby when we addressed it when we were on the site, and also because this is an extended floor created on a very old residence, the entire structure is very lightweight. So I will take you through and I will show you all the details of how we renovated the before and after and the entire process. So please be there and watch the entire video. So this area was pretty shabby from what you see right now. I mean, this is a well done staircase, but what you had earlier was there was a difference in the ceiling itself, so that looked very bad. We could not extend the ceiling of this portion until the door, because then you would not be able to open the door, and that's the reason we have just tried to match it with some painting textures. This was the most low cost solution that we thought could make this area look better, and it really worked. And the other portion was this particular grill. The grill rods were coming out like you see in the picture right now. So we did a putty from our end and we made sure we covered it. So this looks more like an even niche right now. Again, with respect to the light fitting, so the wire was hanging and there was a random bulb. It's not a very nice thing to look at for anybody who is entering. So we changed the light fixture as well. But most importantly, what we did was with the staircase itself. So these staircases are very old terrazzo mosaic staircases, and first option was polishing them, which was costing us a lot. For a rented space, one wouldn't want to pay so much and get the stairs polished. What was the next option? We tried doing an acid wash, and yes, it worked, and now the staircase looks fairly better, very new in the texture and polished. So that's how we remodeled the entire staircase area. So now I will take you through the passage and then the office. So like you see, this is the main passageway that leads to the office. So what we essentially did is we first changed how the door color looks. We tried to merge it with the entire interiors, and we made this door blue in color, so that after the staircase entry, your main entrance to the office also would look really nice. So if you notice, we have tried to give this passage a highlight with the kind of lights we have used. Usually these sort of lights are used in larger cafes to create that sort of an ambience, but we tried to give it in this passage to make it look more attractive. So these lights really give in a different cheer for a person coming in. So I will take you into the space and show you how we try to modify this particular space. Small things make a lot of difference. So here we had a small Ganesha idol lamp, which we changed into a more modular fixture to make the entire space look more contemporary. Again, the door was in a dark brown tone, and we changed this to the same color as the staircase door, as in the dark blue, and we also replaced the handles to make it look better. So now I am entering into this space and you will get a whole look of the entire office. So this is how the office looks. So here typically what we had to do is we had to create a reception area, and there was no better place than this particular nook to create that reception area. So what we have done is here, just to get more highlighting and just to make it more attractive, we try to bring in a pendant light that focuses on this particular coffee table, and we try to place two slightly medium sized chairs with it, lounge chairs, that helps the entire space look more contemporary, slightly minimalistic also. And with that, what we did is we've obviously supported it with the plants that we've added, but we've also put the yellow backdrop for the entire space for it to look more welcoming, more highlighting and attractive as soon as one enters. So say I enter, I know this is the place I have to wait as a customer or as a guest. And also we have used the upper portion of the glass area for branding. We did not really think it would be necessary to cover the upper portions with vinyl as well, because it would start blocking a lot of light. Since you notice that the entire space is very well ventilated with natural light and natural airflow, so it did not make sense to block the upper areas with anything solid. Although we have blocked it in other areas where we have really used vinyl but to cover certain furniture elements. So this is more about the reception. Now I'll give you an overview of the entire space. So this is a rented space, and it is obvious that the client wouldn't want to spend a lot on renovating it because he would be here for a say temporary time of 2 to 3 years. So that's the reason a brief was given to us that we do not spend a lot on the renovation and we keep something which is more movable at the end of the tenure period. So that's the reason we have made very few changes, some 6-7 very significant changes to make the place what it looks like today. Earlier, the entire desks were arranged in a vertical manner. The disadvantage of that arrangement was each of the members would not get enough light, and also the air circulation would be restricted only to the aisles of two sides of the rows. But now what we did is we made these tables in a more horizontal arrangement where the passages created are more, of course, but each of the users get equal amount of natural light and also fresh air. So the fresh air is well circulated from that side to this side, and this space is more energetic because of that. So the second change that we did, which made a significant amount of difference, was the color theme. So ideally, because the partitions were already there and removing them or redoing them would be a lot of cost, what we tried to do was we tried to give variation with paint colors and vinyl stickering. So the logo of Atoll Solutions is basically in a blue theme, and we tried to revolve around the same blue color theme for the entire interiors. But with that, we've also used yellow to make it more bright and lively. So this was with the color theme that we did, and the third change was we had very shabby looking yellow vertical blinds. So we changed these vertical blinds to something more subtle, which would actually connect with the outdoor space. So if you notice, the outdoor has a lot of greenery, and that naturally brings in a lot of green tones into the space. So we tried bringing that tone itself in terms of the vertical blinds. If you notice, this is more like a greenish subtle tone. So the vertical blinds itself has made a major difference in terms of the color of the entire space, in terms of the ambience of the space. Of course, there was not much that we could do with the lighting because removing all of these ceiling lights, replacing them would mean a lot of expense again. So we retained the lights as is, but we tried to make the entire color of the walls plain white, so light starts reflecting. The natural light and the white light will start reflecting, and you can see it here as to what it was and what it is now. The fifth change that we did was with the whiteboard placements. So I will show you how we've placed whiteboards strategically in each of the rooms and how well they've been utilized. So if you notice, when you're sitting at the reception area, there's a beautiful view from the reception area into the outside ground. So the trees are very old trees, and this we have tried to leverage the view of these trees from the reception area, which makes a client cool down, settle down, and gives them a better feel as to what they are thinking, as to what they are wanting to talk, etc. So giving your clients, your customers a very good experience as soon as they enter has to be the key focus always for your offices, because like it said, the first impression is the best impression. So behind me is the meeting room. It's called meeting room 1, and I'll take you through. I will show you how it's been done, but right from here, if you notice, we've placed the wardrobe in yellow color in such a way that it looks attractive even as you enter and even as you see from the glass. So we have tried to leverage views from inside out between spaces. So say I would not use a subtle wardrobe of that tone and I would give something very jing, then it would not be pleasing enough as a view from here to there because of the glass partition. So that's something we've tried to leverage. Also, as I open this door, if you notice, the vinyl stickering, the blue color vinyl stickering itself becomes a backdrop for the logo. So I'll take you through inside, and you will notice how the room actually functions. So this is how we've tried to cover the bottom area with vinyl stickering so as to not have a very solid view of that side and keep the upper areas transparent to pass light into it. So I'll take you inside this room. This is called the meeting room. So here in this room, if you notice, the furniture is very subtle because we just wanted this room for 3 or 4 people to discuss around. So one is, this is your table with about 3 chairs, and right in front we have the whiteboard, so you can easily have the interaction, you can have a discussion. So if you notice, the whiteboard has been placed vertically instead of a horizontal direction. This is simply because we wanted to complement the whiteboard with the wardrobe. Say I would have placed it horizontally, then the upper and the lower spaces would look empty and ugly. And second, the whiteboard also would be insufficient for discussions because it would be of a very smaller size. When if you notice, the wardrobe itself is in yellow tones. So like I mentioned, the entire space revolves around blues and yellows. So this particular yellow has been used here to make it more attractive even from the entrance reception. So this becomes a backdrop because it is plain and just has a yellow color, and the design is fairly subtle. So it acts as the background for the Atoll Solutions logo that we have used at the reception area. So if you notice, we have placed a showcase which is on the outside of this partition. So say you have clients coming in, this would be the area where they would meet, and that particular showcase has been placed there so that you have a view from inside the cabin as well. So this is the showcase area where we would have a lot of trophies and mementos placed to highlight the entire company's values. So ideally, if you notice, the floor, the wiring had to be taken via floor, and we would not be allowed to chip into the tiles. Either that would be a damage of tiles, and replacing them when we would leave the office would not be possible. So we've used sleeves to run these wires as against your PVC plastic pipes, so as to give it a more nicer look, and the pipes would get damaged when people would walk, but this is a fairly seamless thing on the floor which you can ignore and walk. So this entire wall has been planned very intelligently. So I will tell you what we were trying to do. As soon as you enter, you do not want to see a lot of clutter on this particular side because they are individual cabins functioning as individual cabinets for different sort of functions in an office. So you do not want a lot of clutter or storage to be visible. So that's the reason the view from the outside was one of the key factors in designing this, and the second was covering a lot of storage boxes which we have hidden behind these walls. So essentially this bottom portion of the entire side is a concrete wall to which we got a dark blue paint, and the above areas were glass partitions, aluminium partitions. So here we have used vinyl stickering to complement with the below paint. So we have tried to get fairly similar color tones, and behind this hides a storage area. It's the pantry area, so you do not really see a kitchen sink from here. But when you go into the room, you will notice that there is a kitchen sink. Same goes for this area as well. Here there is a storage and a whiteboard which we do not want to be very visible, although the furniture being visible was a okay idea for us. And coming to the lab as well, here they actually needed transparency into the lab from the outside area to see the working. So that's the reason we have left it slightly open and slightly covered with the whiteboard placement. And to break the entire monotony in the wall, so say I had entire thing having blue, it would look very monotonous. So that's the reason we have broken down and we've placed some yellows in between, mainly in the door bottoms, to make it more complementing as against monotonous. So now I'm moving into the pantry area. Here typically if you see, there is a yellow box, there is where the Ganesha idol will be placed, and that idol is visible right from your main door. So this is the entire passage that connects to your main door. So we wanted something really attractive here instead of a mess around. Also, as per Vastu, this will be the ideal room for a pantry, and this would be the ideal corner for placing the god. So here if you notice, we have again used a yellow tone. So in brakes you keep seeing yellow here and there. So with respect to the below cabinets, we have tried to give it a more rustic finish with your cement finish laminates, and we've not tried using the regular handles, but instead we are trying to use these knobs which are easy to open and they also look sleeker and neat. If you notice, we have also tried to give slightly European style ledges here with the supports below, and this makes the pantry look even better. And this particular sink, as I mentioned, is covered because of the vinyl that we had used. So if you notice, there's a blue vinyl that we had put on the door that was simply to cover the angular view of this particular biru. So the client was insistent on having this, so we retained it, but we made sure that there is no view of this biru either from this side or from that side. So this whiteboard ideally covers that biru and does not make you feel that there is a storage behind this room. And it is also team room here, which is used for a lot of huddles and meetings. So in this particular room, if you notice, we have just one furniture element which is more of an informal sort. There is a huge desk with a bench and 2 chairs. So this sort of an informal setting is more required when you want to discuss with your teammates or with your employees, and you want to give them the comfort of discussions as well. And of course, we have placed a plant here to give in more fresh air and to add to the entire ambience. So this is the heart of the ATOL office. It's the laboratory where a lot of assembly is happening. So we have Padmajyoti sir here who will guide us about what the requirements were and how it's being fulfilled and how they are able to use it. Over to you, sir.
Thanks, Maya. We actually wanted to have a very good lab where we can actually do all our electronics and boards assembly, and we have actually given a specification where we can actually have a table with good anti-static protection for electronic components, and also a set of soldering stations where we can actually make sure that all the smokes from the soldering station is actually sent out, because it's actually hazardous for health. And we also wanted to actually have a facility where we can actually do the electronic soldering and assembly. And they have actually delivered us to the exact specification that we have requested for in terms of tables with proper anti-static, and then everything is connected to earth, separate earth line properly, and we have soldering stations and also with an exhaust fans fitted so that all the fumes go out. And this is actually our soldering arrangement where we actually build all the electronic components. So this has actually come out exactly the way we wanted to do.
So this was the toughest part of the entire project, because here the requirements were fairly critical, and they were to be monitored properly and done properly for a good functioning, for a good day-to-day functioning. So ideally, like Padma sir told us about the requirements, I will tell you how I went about doing everything. So we had asked for the equipments that they really used, and we tried to understand those equipments, like for example the oven in the corner. So that generates a lot of heat, so we could not keep that directly on a wooden base. So we tried to give a anti-static mat and have it placed above. And like the oven, there are other soldering equipments and other major equipments that are used in the lab which needed 15 amp points. So ideally this room needed a lot of battery backup as well, because of the high appliances which are functioning in this particular lab. So one was giving a right capacity UPS in connecting these devices with that. And the second thing was the soldering station generates some amount of fumes which had to be let out directly into the air. So for that we had to accommodate for an exhaust fan above, which is completely packed and closed, and we had to let out pipes that directly take the fumes from the soldering stations. So for example, if you notice, this fan is directly going to capture the heat, and it will be placed such that the heat directly goes into this pipe, and that in turn lets out from the exhaust fan. So this entire piping system had to be planned well for this to function. And then also, because they work with very minute memory chips, so a focused lighting had to be given for a good visual application. So we had to put an inbuilt light of a good voltage for them to function properly. And the most important point is all of the equipments are connected to the mat, and the mat is internally connected to the earthing. So the earthing of the residence is a separate one, so we had to create another connection directly to the earth pit. So if there is any excess outflow of electrical charges, it directly gets let out on the mat, and the mat is internally connected with copper wiring, the earthing, which is directly connected to the earth pit. So this particular line does not run with the other electrical wires, simply because you do not want a short circuit in the entire office. So this had to be taken care of. And apart from the very specific technical things that I mentioned, they wanted a good amount of workstations. So we bought in about 6 workstations here, and they wanted a good amount of storage, so a steel rack was provided. So ideally this place was covered with a lot of wiring because of the previous servers that were there, and we wanted to remove all of that. We chipped all of that, and we tried to accommodate for a storage and the Wi-Fi points here. And this particular door leads to the washroom. It's not very evident because you do not notice that there is a door here. So this was intentionally done. And as we open the door, it leads us to the washroom. So the entire mains of the office were shifted to this point, from where you have your UPS connection separately to the work area and to the lab. Apart from that, we had a specific requirement to make the washrooms look a little better, a little more sophisticated. For this purpose, we changed the wash basins in both the bathrooms, the men's and the women's washroom, and we also changed all the fittings, the tap fittings, the spout fitting, etc., to give it a better look. Apart from that, one major thing that really helped us get a better ambience into the washroom was the paint color. So we tried to match the tile shade with the paint color so that that entire washroom looks like a monochromatic washroom. So if you notice the entire bathroom, the color is not very evident, but it has been complemented with the tile color, and it's giving a more monochromatic experience. And with that, we also added a storage for things to be kept in an uncluttered manner. Whatever easy detergents, etc., which were to be used, have been accommodated into this. So these were the changes that we made in the washrooms to make it look better and more sophisticated.
We were introduced to Pooja by a common friend. When we were planning to move to this place, we had only a couple of requirements. One was that it has to have natural light, and also we wanted a big lab. These are the two requirements, and then we found this place. We found the potential of the place, but it was completely dated, and there was interiors are all very badly done. Pooja came in and changed most of it.
Yeah, so like Jitu was saying, right, we were wanting to find a new place for our team. As we get out of COVID, we wanted to find a place where we can work together, have everybody in the same place. So we found this place. It's a nice corner of Indiranagar. So, if you look at the original place, the best thing was the lighting, right? There are windows on all sides, and when you open the windows, you get a nice breeze. What Pooja has done is really amazing in terms of bringing out that aspect with all the colors. If you look at the green curtains, the yellow and blue, it's really come out very nice. So some of these ideas have really brought out the best in the place. And the most important thing when you build a place for your team is that it's an exciting place where everybody wants to come and work, and I think that has been accomplished, right? So that's the biggest thing for us.
Absolutely. I think we all want to come to office every day. Hopefully we can continue this way and Corona won't come back.
Thank you.